Hello friend, how about if your faith was greater than your fears? An old woman lived in a certain village, and there was a very high mountain in front of her house. And behind the mountain was a highway, so she could hear the vehicles passing. She started praying to God that the mountain would be moved so that she could see the vehicles passing while sitting at her home. After 5 years of faithful prayer, a cement factory was set up near her home, and they started extracting the stones. And after 3 years, the mountain side of the old woman's house was cleared. She was able to see the vehicles passing while sitting in her house. It is very important for you to allow your faith to triumph over your fears. In the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, the Bible says we live by faith and not by sight. Faith is a constant command in the Bible, and it is opposed to feelings of fear and dread. In life, we have two choices. We can allow our lives to be controlled by fear, or we can allow ourselves to take control of our fears and live by faith in God's promises. Life's storms often come out of nowhere, and they bring with them difficulty, discouragement, and we begin to doubt if we will remain intact. Fear is when we trust ourselves and then we look at something scary and we doubt. Faith is trusting in God even when our sense tells us that there is no logical way something will work. It is leaning on what God has done and promised. Faith is clinging on God even in the midst of a fog. It's when things are not going well, even the way we want them to go. When it seems like life is fading apart, in the midst of crisis, in the midst of pieces, we need to fall on the everlasting hands of God. We must hang on God instead of hanging on people's opinions, predictions, and even broadcasts. Always hang on God instead of hanging on your circumstances, on your letdowns and betrayals. If you do that, God will bring you victory. Walk by faith, not by the prevailing circumstances around you. Allow your faith to triumph over your fears. In this situation of COVID-19, may the Lord help you to hang on His promises. Shalom.